Mm,
Hello.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण सर।
Hare Krishna, sir.
हरे
हरे
कृष्णा।
कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा, कैसे हो?
हरे कृष्ण सर।
ओके।
हरे कृष्ण सर।
Hare Krishna, sir.
हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा। तो मेरा नाम केशव है और आज की क्लास मैं लूंगा। ठीक है। तो एज यूजुअल लेट स्टार्ट विद कीर्तन। तो सब लोग रिपीट करिएगा अगर अनम्यूट कर सकते हो, आसपास नॉइस नहीं हो तो, है ना? और कैमरास भी ऑन कर सकते हैं। तो नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। सब बोल सकते हैं, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल। थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर पार्टिसिपेटिंग। तो
धन्यवाद।
हरे कृष्णा। स्क्रीन दिख रही है आपको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
तो आप में से कोई पढ़ना चाहेगा? हम कहाँ थे लास्ट, किसी को पता है?
Sir, can I read?
यस यस, यू कैन अनम्यूट। हु
Sir,
इज
from
आस्किंग?
starting. Sir, from starting we have to read.
विच वन? दिस? I have been told कि हमें यहाँ से पढ़ना है. Everybody is comfortable with English, or shall I speak in Hindi as well?
Sir, English.
Sir,
English, okay,
comfortable.
okay.
Sir, can I read now?
Yes, yes. You can start from here, or you can start from here.
Whatever state of being one remembers when he quiets his present body in his next life, he will attain to that state without fail. In life, we are accustomed to thinking either of material or of the spiritual energy. Now, how can we transfer our thoughts from the material energy to the spiritual energy? There are so many literatures which fill our thoughts with the material energy, newspapers, magazines, novels, etc. Our thinking, which is now absorbed in these literatures, must be transferred to the Vedic literatures. The great sages therefore have written so many Vedic literatures such as Puranas. The Puranas are not imaginative; they are historical records. In the in the Chaitanya Charitamrita
चरित्रामृत, चैतन्य
Madhya,
चरित्रामृत.
Madhya 2122 there is the following verse. Maya Mugdhya जीवरा नाही सवतः कृष्णा जनानः जीवरा कृपाया कली कृष्णा वेदा पुराना. The forgetful giving and antithesis or conditional souls have forgotten their relationship with the super me Lord, and they are engrossed in thinking of material activity just to transfer their thinking power to the spiritual sky. Krishna Devi Payana Vesa has given a great number of Vedic literatures. First, he divided the Vedas into four. He explained them in the Puranas, and for less capable people, he wrote the Mahabharata. In the Mahabharata, there is given the Bhagavad Gita. Then all Vedic literatures is summarized in the Vedanta Sutra, and for future guidance, he gave a natural commentation on the Vedanta Sutra. Is called Smridha Bhagavatam. We must always engage our minds in reading these Vedic literature just as materialists engage their minds in reading newspapers, magazines, and so many materialist literature. We must transfer our reading to these literatures, which are given to us by Vyas Deva. In that way, it will be possible for us to remember the Supreme Lord at the time of the death. That is the only way suggested by the Lord, and guarantees the results. There is no doubt.
तो ये बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट वर्स है, यहाँ पे डिस्कस कर रहे हैं. भगवान यहाँ पे बोलते हैं कि किसी को समझ आया क्या बोलना चाह रहे हैं भगवान? कोई कुछ शेयर करना चाहेगा या मैं एक्सप्लेन करूँ?
Sir, can I say?
हाँ हाँ, यस.
Sir, if we are failing one life, we should in the next life we should attain. We should we should success in the another life without fail.
तो हम मतलब पिछली लाइफ में फेल किए हैं, तो हमें इस लाइफ में सक्सेस अचीव करना चाहिए इस हिसाब से ना.
Yes, sir. Then only we can go to sir Vaikunt Dham.
राइट. तो इसमें आप क्लोज हो, पर एग्जैक्टली ये नहीं बोल रहे हैं. कोई और अटेम्प्ट करना चाहेगा? वेरी
Yes,
राइट,
sir.
बट हाँ हाँ, बोलिए.
Yes, sir. The one who remembers our Lord at the time of his death goes to the spiritual sky. So here it is written that we should transfer our energy towards the spiritual sky from the material energy, and this can be done by reading various Vedic literature, especially Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, which are written by Ved Vyas.
Right, right. That is very close. Thank you very much. तो यहाँ पे भगवान बोल रहे कि whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his present body. So when we are about to die, when we are just on the verge, like after 1 second, if I am going to die, the thought which I am having, I will attain my next life according to that. That is this verse explained. So it is not very complex to understand. Let's say we are listening about something like, let's say we are listening a song. We are 24 hours listening a song. What will come into our mind? That song, right? Let's say you are giving an exam. You trying to write an answer, but some songs are coming into your mind because you are listening to them. It does that happen with you?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Right. So why does that happen?
so because continuously we thought of just one thing.
Right. So you just listen to one song on loop and you remember that in most important thing, like exam is very important, but you are remembering that song. Instead, if you have read books or if you are studied well, so in exam you will remember your studies, right? So we in this life we are going through an exam, है ना? We are preparing for an exam, and the moment we are about to die, that is our exam. What we are remembering, we shall get the next body. We shall, here it is written in that in his next life he will attain to the state without fail. So हम जब जो लास्ट मोमेंट पे हम थॉट आएगा हमें, वी विल गेट आवर नेक्स्ट लाइफ अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट, है ना? अब हम क्या करते हैं कि इन दिस लाइफ वी आर जस्ट गेटिंग मटेरियल एनर्जी. हियर प्रभुपाद राइट वेरी वेल that we are in constant thought of newspaper, magazine, novels. Nowadays, we are just scrolling YouTube on mobile, right? How many of you, without fail, daily scroll through YouTube? You can raise your hands without shame. Okay. Everybody is good student here, I guess. Nobody is raising their hands. Oh, okay. Everyone else do know YouTube? Okay, very nice. So you are all going to Vaikuntha? Those who watch YouTube, there is no problem. You just have to shift your energy. Here, it is written that we invest so much in material energy, but we don't invest in spiritual energy, right? But that is the goal, that is the purpose, right? I am not saying that we should give up material energy altogether. We can't do that, but we have to shift our energy, right? So, let's say there is a bank, है ना, which is going to bankrupt in 5 years, and there is a bank which is going to bankrupt in 500 years. So where will you try to keep your money? One who is going to lose your money in 5 years, or the one who will keep it for 500 years? Anybody
500.
would like 500
500,
500.
years?
500.
Okay.
500.
So, can anybody estimate how long we are going to live in this body?
75 to 80.
Sir, about
Right?
280.
82.
Correct.
Okay. And what does we do to, like, we groom very nicely, we get a very nice haircut, we apply a very nice cream, है ना? We do everything for this body, right? But what we do for the soul? Like if you analyze your day, how much time do you give for your soul?
Sir, no
Any,
time.
no
Yes.
time, right? So we
Yes.
are putting all our money in that 5 years bankruptcy bank, but no money in that 500 years. right? Everybody realize that we are not this body, we are a soul.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So after this, after we leave this body, we will get another body, right? This body is very temporary. We will have this for like 75, 80 years, right? You told only. So still we don't invest in the soul, which is going to live for eternity, right? This body which is going to live for just few years, and this will pass like this, है ना? You will see, like I grew up very fast. Didn't even realize that how last 6, 7 years have passed. And if you ask your parents as well, they will tell you that time passes so fast, and still we don't nourish our soul, right? That is the most important thing. And here it is written that our thinking, which is now absorbed in this literature, must be transferred to Vedic literatures. So यहाँ पे बता रहे हैं कि how we can do that, how we can nourish our soul, right? We invest so much in YouTube, we invest so much in social media, we invest so much in all the material activities. But how we can nourish the soul, how we can achieve this goal that we want to go to Vaikuntha, right? So we have to transfer our energy to Vedic literature. Here it is not saying that we have to give up the material literatures or material energy, but we have to transfer it. Okay. So, those who have raised their hand, do they have any question or something? We shall go move further then. You can unmute and ask one by one. Dheeraj, you can ask.
Sir, Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Sir, why Krishna choose Arjuna to tell Mahabharat?
Okay,
All
I'll
the time.
answer that, but please limit your questions to whatever we are studying. I will take all the questions in the end which are not related to this study. Okay, so I will answer this, and for further questions, please limit your questions to what we are studying. I'll take it in the end. Okay, so why did Krishna told to Arjuna? Because Arjuna was very close to Krishna, right? Okay, so if this is a very nice knowledge, okay, in the where where Krishna told Arjuna in the Kurukshetra. In Kurukshetra, there were many warriors. If you read, there were total 18 Akshoni Sena, right? So there were many millions of warriors. Everybody have heard Bhagavad Gita. Okay, when Krishna was telling to Arjuna, everybody was listening, but whose life changed? Only Arjuna's. Why? Because he was a devotee of Krishna. He was very surrendered to Krishna. He was ready to listen. Let's say you have a jar, है ना? You want to fill water inside the jar, but there is already a water in it. Uh, will you be able to pour more water if the jar is full? You can answer.
No, sir.
No, no,
Sir.
right? So you have to empty the water, then you will be able to pour more, right? So that's why Krishna told Arjuna. Arjuna was ready to accept the knowledge, but others, because of their ego and false ego and all the arrogance, they were not ready to listen to Krishna. Right, but Arjuna was telling that God, please help me. I am surrendering unto you, and I want to get this knowledge. I want to get out of this distress. So please help me, please guide me. Then Krishna tells this to Arjuna. Okay, so if and Arjuna is just a medium. Through Arjuna, Krishna wants this knowledge to so that we can take up this knowledge. Like you should not think that Krishna is telling to Arjuna. You should think that Krishna is telling to me. These are all the instruction which is Krishna is directly telling to me. Then you will be able to absorb the knowledge, absorb the nectar more. Okay. So who Krishna is instructing in Bhagavad Gita? Anyone can answer?
Sir, Arjuna.
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 Us.
Arjuna? अभी मैंने बताया
Sir, to us.
to us,
Sir, all. Sir, all.
not all, to me. Be selfish in this. Okay, get this knowledge as if it is only being told to me. है ना? You have to apply this knowledge uh, very, in absorption. Okay, so I am once again asking, who is Krishna instructing in Bhagavad Gita?
To us.
To us.
Not to us, to me, to me.
Sir, to me.
Okay. Once again, who is Krishna instructing in Bhagavad
Sir,
Gita?
to me. To me. To me.
Yes, very good. Yes. हाँ दक्ष आप हाँ हाँ धीरज आपका एक और सवाल
Yes, sir. Sir, एक और है.
इससे
Sir,
रिलेवेंट होना चाहिए अब
sir.
इससे ये जो हमने पैराग्राफ पढ़ा है इससे रिलेवेंट होना चाहिए
Sir, अलग है.
हाँ चलो ठीक है पूछ लो एक लास्ट ये
सर कृष्णा चाहते तो वो एक चुटकी में पूरा महाभारत खत्म कर सकते थे, तो ऐसा क्यों नहीं किया उन्होंने?
क्योंकि ना कृष्णा के पास एक कृष्णा ने हमें एक फ्री विल दी है ना कृष्णा हैज गिवन अस सम फ्रीडम सो one can misuse it or one can use it in service of Krishna. Let's say you have a pet dog, okay, but it is very robotic. You tell it to eat, he will eat. You tell it to sleep, he will immediately sleep. He is very robotic. Would you like that kind of a dog?
यस सर.
Hmm? But there is another dog who is very caring. He cares for you. Who comes to you when you don't even ask to him. He tells you to take him to walk, and he has some free will. He has some freedom, and he is using that freedom to for your pleasure. Who will then now? This is dog number two, and previously I am talking about dog number one. Which dog is better?
सर टू.
Two, right? So we are also pets of Krishna. है ना? Krishna has given us free will, but some people are misusing that free will. It is not that Krishna wanted this war or Krishna didn't like Krishna has all the power. He just by doing this he can end the war. But he tries like when Duryodhan was not ready to give the kingdom to Pandavas. Krishna went as a Shanti Doot. You know this story? Krishna goes to all the Kauravas and he asks, at least give me 5 villages. Only five, just five. For all the five Pandavas, we will be very much happy. But Duryodhan was not even going to give just this much, like nail. Okay, nail का tip जितना भी नहीं दे रहा था वो. So that is why this war happened, and eventually all the adharma got ended and all the dharma got nourished. So Krishna has given us free will, but this is our duty to use that free will in service of Krishna. That will be beneficial for us only, right? Got it?
थैंक यू सर.
Thank
थैंक यू
you.
सर.
हाँ दक्ष
Sir, what is the meaning of Vedic literature?
वैदिक लिटरेचर हाँ सो जैसे हमारी स्कूल की बुक्स होती है सो दैट इज वेरी मच इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर मटेरियल नीड्स राइट let's say you are studying science or maths you will need that for making let's say in future you become an engineer you will be making a big bridge you will need mathematics for that you will need physics science for that right so that is called material knowledge for all the bodily requirements all the environment related requirements but there are more higher level of requirements on the level of soul right but nowadays in school you will not see this type of discussion so that's where Vedic literatures come in, like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all the Puranas. Here you can see Puranas, right? So Previously, the great sages have written this sort of literature for us only, so that we can nourish our soul, right? So, if did you get it, or shall I explain further?
Yes, sir.
Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, Shivan. Yes,
Sir,
you can. And
but
yes.
I didn't understand that how can we transfer our thoughts from the material energy to the spiritual energy?
Okay. So let me give you an example. Um, let's say you are listening to a song regularly, right? You are listening to only one song on loop for weeks. है ना? It will get into your subconscious mind every time you will repeating that song only. If you are not on your earphone, this will be on your mind. But let's say now you switch to another song. Now you repeat that on loop, like for one day. But this is song number two, and you were listening to song number one previously for weeks. Let's say you listen to song number two for one day. Is it possible that song number one will disappear from your mind?
No, sir.
No. Let's say you listen to song number two for 1 week. Is it possible? It is possible, but it is not sure that we will forget the song number one. But let's say we listen to song number two for uh, several weeks, more weeks than song number one. We will try to inculcate in our subconscious mind song number two, right? And we will start forgetting the song number one slowly, right? So that is how we can transfer. We are studying material energy, we are scrolling YouTube, we are watching so much jargon on YouTube, right? We are watching so much nonsense, and we are consuming so many bad things, and sort of thing for years. But let's say now we want to shift our energy, so we will have to listen to good things. You are in this lecture, that is a very good thing. You should clap for yourself once. I want you all to clap for yourself, right? So this is very much appreciated that you are in this lecture. That is one of the step to shift that energy. So slowly we have to read this Vedic literatures. We have to listen to our gurus and sadhus, right, who have given this literature through bona fide disciplic succession, and we have to consume good things, right? So this is the process to shift our energy from material to spiritual. Okay. So in summary, we have to consume more of the thing which we want to inculcate in us. Okay. Any other question before me move away? Move away. Shall I move away? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, okay. So the great sages therefore have written so many Vedic literature such as Puranas. So जो बहुत बड़े बड़े ऋषि मुनि हुए हैं, है ना, जैसे वेद व्यास जी, उन्होंने इतने सारे वेदों को लिखा हमारे लिए, है ना? तो उन्होंने पहले ही देख लिया था कि कलयुग में लोगों के पास ना तो इतना कुछ होगा जानने के लिए या करने के लिए, तो मैं पहले ही लिख के रख देता हूँ ताकि ये सीख सके कि लाइफ का जो गोल है कि हमें आखिरी में भगवत धाम जाना है, हमें वैकुंठा जाना है, तो वो कैसे अचीव करते हैं, है ना? तो द पुरानास आर नॉट इमेजिनेटिव, दे आर हिस्टोरिक रिकॉर्ड्स, है ना? कुछ लोग बोलते हैं कि ये तो माइथोलॉजी है, इससे कुछ हुआ नहीं था, बस किसी ने स्टोरी बना के लिख दिया है। जैसे हैरी पॉटर है, किसी ने सोचा है, बस जेके रॉलिंस जो राइटर है हैरी पॉटर की, उन्होंने बस सोचा है और लिख दिया, ऐसे कुछ हुआ नहीं था। बट पुरानास और वेदास और जितने भी उपनिषद है ना, जो भी लिखा हुआ है उसमें, जैसे महाभारत है, वो एक्चुअली में हुआ था। ये हमारी अभी कलयुग में हमारा इतना ब्रेन डिग्रेड हो गया ना कि वी आर नॉट, सॉरी आई एम यूजिंग सम हिंदी I'll try to speak in English only. So we are so here is Mahabharata and Ramayana. Some people say that that is mythology, but that is not true. It actually happened if you read the scriptures. But in Kali Yuga, we have so much degraded our memory. We are so much degraded our mind. We have so much degraded our senses that we are not able to realize that this all happened actually, right? So we just have to have a firm faith that this actually happened. Krishna actually told Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, है ना? So that is the thing. The Puranas are not imaginative; they are historic records. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a following verse: माया मुग्धा जीवेरा नहीं स्वत कृष्ण ज्ञान जीवेरा कृपया काइला कृष्ण वेद पुराण. The forgetful living entities or conditioned souls have forgotten their relationship with Supreme Lord. है ना जो मैं just thing which I just told that we are so forgetful that we have forgotten our eternal relationship with God, right? We are trying to enjoy independently. Let's say you have a father and you just run away from your house. You have a relationship with your father, but you just forget it. Ki, I don't have any relationship with my father. And in this case, your father is very rich, right? But you are roaming around on the street and begging for food, right? But now somebody just tell you that this is your father, go back to him. He is very rich. And you immediately go back to him. So he will take care of you very nicely, but you have to realize that he is your father. In this case, Krishna is our father, and we are that forgetful child. We are roaming around on the street like a beggar, right? We have to realize that Krishna is our father, and we have to go back to him. And we have to put all the endeavors to go back to him, right? We have to tell Krishna, oh Krishna, I'm your son, and please help me to come back to you. You have to pray Krishna, right? And they are engrossed in thinking of material activities, है ना? We are just thinking about material activities. We are very much happy watching cartoons. We are very much happy watching movies. We just don't want to go to Krishna, right? This is Kali Yuga. That is not wrong, but we have to realize this fact that we have to switch our energy from material to spiritual, right? So slowly you have to reduce your material consumption and you have to improve your spiritual consumption. है ना? Just to transfer their thinking power to the spiritual sky, Krishna Dvaipayana Vyasa has given a great number of Vedic literature. So for our help, so that we can gain this thinking power to go to spiritual sky, है ना? Vyas and many other sages have given great number of Vedic literature. You know, all the Vedic literatures contain 1 crore verses. You know, this is one verse, and if you get all the Upanishads, all the Vedas, all the scriptures, there are more than 1 crore verses. You can realize that number. It has around I would say 7 plus 14 zeros. You know, 14 zeros. 14 zeros after one. There are so many verses. There all that just because they want to help us to go back to Godhead. So they are so empathetic for us. They are thinking so much for us. What we are doing, we are just wasting our time, है ना? So we have to realize that somebody has done so much endeavor for us. Somebody has written so many Vedas, so many Puranas for us. We have to take advantage of this knowledge, right? First, he divided Vedas into four, then he explained them in Puranas, and for less capable people, he wrote Mahabharata. So first he wrote Vedas and he divided into four. And then he explained it into Puranas. Then he realized that people are not going to read so much. So he wrote Mahabharata. Then he realized that even Mahabharata is not sufficient. So in Mahabharata there is small segment which is called Bhagavad Gita, right? Conversation between Krishna and Arjuna. Then all the Vedic literature are summarized in Vedanta Sutra, and for future guidance, he gave a natural commentation on Vedanta Sutra called Srimad Bhagavatam. So all the Vedic literatures. So he wrote so many Vedic literatures, but he realized that nobody is going to read that much. So let me summarize it, right? So if there is a long story, but if somebody gives you a short summary for it, it will be very easy to learn it, right? It will be helpful. How many of you think it will be helpful? Please raise your hand or thumbs up. Right? So summaries are always helpful. So he gave Srimad Bhagavatam to us. Okay. So it is said that you can put your raise hands down. Um, Thank you for that response. So it is said that if you just read Bhagavad Gita and if you just read Srimad Bhagavatam, you will, and if you apply that knowledge into your life, you will go back to God, back to Godhead, back home, back to Godhead, right? So that is our goal. So we just have to read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. That is so nice, right? We just have to read so less literature and we have to apply that learnings into our life. And we will get the benefits and we will achieve the highest purpose of this human life. How many of you think that that is very easy and that is very, very great opportunity for us? Okay, Aditri, okay, Aditya, thank you for the response. So then, we must always engage our mind in reading this Vedic literatures, just as materialists engage their mind in reading newspaper, magazines, and so many materialistic literature. We must transfer our readings to this literature, which are given to us by Vyasdev. So, one of you have asked this question, how we can transfer our energy. So here it is written that we have to read this Vedic literatures. We have to engage constantly, must always engage our minds in reading this Vedic literatures, right? So let's say you have your father at home or your mother. Your father, like my father, has a daily habit that he reads newspaper every day. How many, how like, does your father also have this habit of reading newspaper? Or anything like let's say my mother watches some YouTube videos every day without fail. So does your mother also does that, right? So our mother and father are engaged in material activities. That is not wrong. I'm not saying that is wrong, but we have to shift it, right? We have to see that if we can put so much energy into material things, we should also put our energy into spiritual things as well. है ना? We should not make excuses that I have not time, I have not, I have studies or something like that. Sometimes some exceptions are there that your exam is there, you have to study harder. But on normal days, we have to balance this. We have to invest some time in spiritual activities, some time in material activity. Okay. So here it is explained with a very beautiful example. है ना? So in that way, it will be possible for us to remember Supreme Lord at the time of death. So यहाँ जिस इस वर्स में जो explain किया था कि we shall get the body next body accordingly according to our last moment. What are our thoughts? So यहाँ पे in here it is explained that in that way it will be possible for us to remember the Supreme Lord at the time of death. So we want to go back to God, back to Godhead, to Vaikuntha. So we have to remember God at the end moment, right? So this is the key. This is the way how we can remember. We have to reading to this literatures. Okay. That is the only way by suggested by the Lord. He guaranteed the result. There is no doubt. So Bhagwan Krishna, Lord Krishna is himself saying that without fail, there is no doubt. You like let's say in chemistry, if you grow up, there is a subject called inorganic chemistry. So if you read it, there are so many exceptions, right? One after day, you will read so many exceptions that this is one theory, but it has some exceptions. So let us introduce another theory which has less exception. But God is saying that without exception, this is true. If you read all the Vedic literatures and you apply that very thoroughly in your life, I will take you to my abode, right? So, tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmaran yudhya cha mayarpit arpita mano buddhir mam evasya asamshaya. Therefore, Arjuna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna and at the same time continue your prescribed duties of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me, your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt. So यहाँ पे कृष्णा further summarize कर देते हैं कि ओ अर्जुना, if you think always of me and if you do everything like here Arjuna Krishna is telling Arjuna to fight. So what is fighting for us? For us, fighting is our studies. So for Arjuna, fighting is his duties, right? So what is our duties? Our duties is studying well. Our duties is helping our parents, right? So these are our duties. Our duty is to maybe pray to Lord, right? So we have to do very nicely that we have to study knowing Krishna is helping me in studying, right? We have to take care of parents, knowing that Krishna has given me so beautiful family. Krishna has given me so amazing father and mother. So I shall take care of them. I must, right? So that is Krishna is telling here. So anyone has some doubts, you can ask. No doubts? You can unmute.
Sir, like if we do all of our dharmas, so sir,
Mhm.
can we go to Krishna?
Yes, yes. But we have to see what is our dharma, right? We just can't speculate it. Ki Krishna told Arjuna to fight, so let us fight. Right, and in class you are fighting amongst each other, and you are thinking that I shall go back to God now because I am fighting, and that is Krishna is telling. No, that is not true, right? We have to see what is our dharma, right? As a student, our dharma is to study very nicely, get good grades, and help our parents, right? And as we grew up, we shall ask our teachers, our gurus, our sadhus, and refer to shastras, है ना? Vedic literatures for knowing our dharma well. At your age, your dharma is to study very nicely and pray to Lord. Maybe you can do some deity worship at your home, or you can chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. है ना? That is our dharma right now. Okay, got it? Yeah, but if we follow our dharma very nicely, we are definitely going to back Vaikuntha. Okay. Any other doubts? No? So, um, okay. So, any other doubts not related to this verse, but in general, you can ask that. No doubts. What is happening? So, no doubts means two things. Either you have understood everything or you didn't understand anything. So, in your case, what is the reason of no doubts? Hare Krishna, you can unmute, please. You can turn on your videos, please. No doubts. Aradhya, you are saying something?
Sir, I am saying we have understood everything.
Ah, okay. Okay. Very well. So, shall we move ahead? We have 10 more minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So,
why there is
uh,
different religion? Is it important?
sorry.
Why there
Can
is different religions? It is important.
religions, who is asking, can you raise your hand? I'm not able to see you.
Yes, sir, wait.
Okay. Yeah. So, Ritika, so different religion, so purpose, what is, we have to understand that what is the purpose of a religion. So many, like Prabhupada, our founder Acharya, when he used to go to foreign countries and try to preach Krishna consciousness, he used to get this question a lot, that why only Krishna, why no other religion? So Prabhupada used to tell that purpose of the religion is to understand God, understand our relationship with God, right? So there is, it is not necessary that you follow one religion or other, but you have to understand that whatever religion you are following, you must follow in a way which helps you in realize yourself more, which establish your relationship with Lord, right? So that is the purpose of religion, and if if I answer your question specifically, that why we need so many religion, you you might not need so many religion, or might not need even one religion, but you need the religion because you want to establish your relationship with Lord, right? But let's say one religion, they are just telling that you do this, and uh, you do all the sense gratification, but they are not helping you in realizing the God, right? So that you should not accept that religion, है ना? You should accept only that religion which helps you in realizing the God. And Krishna in Bhagavad Gita once says that you shall give up all the religion and come to me. So Krishna only telling that you should give up all the religion. So we should realize that uh, um, the purpose of religion is to connect to Krishna, right? So I'm not suggesting you to give up religions, but I'm just telling that the purpose of religion is to connecting to Krishna. And if somebody asks that why all the religions are required, so you shall answer this, that religions are required to connect to God. If your religion is doing that, that is very well and nice. You should follow that very very strictly, right? But in my religion is helping me to connect to Krishna better, so I'm following my religion. So, yeah. Is that
Okay, sir.
okay? Any
Yes,
follow-up
sir.
question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yashvardhan, you can unmute.
Sir, if someone dies without thinking of with while thinking about nothing, then what? सर तो वो rebirth में क्या बनता है सर?
So it doesn't happen that you are not thinking about anything while you are dying. So let's say you are in a boat and that boat is sinking. You will get so many thoughts that I should have done this, or I should have um, uh, I should have earned so much money, right? So it will never happen that you will not get any thoughts while you are dying, right? But it depends on what you have done. Like, let's say somebody likes to swim very well. So once this question was asked to Prabhupada that Prabhupada, if I like to swim my whole life, what what kind of life I will get in the next birth? So Prabhupada told that you will become a fish because it is better. So see, God is very empathetic to us. God want to supply everything for our desires to fulfill. So let's say I have a desire to swim, and but human body is not perfect for swimming. Whose body is perfect for swimming? Can anybody tell? Yes. Uh, Fish, right? So God knows this very well that this my child he wants to swim, so I shall give him a body of fish so that he can swim better. So that happens, right? So let's say you have desire to earn so much money, so much wealth. So Krishna will make all the arrangements so that you can do that very nicely. But we have to realize that this all things doesn't have any meaning, right? We will have to get back to this planet once again. That has no meaning, right? What will I do to do? Like some other shark will catch me and eat me, right? If I become a fish. So how does that is good for me? So we have to realize that we have to, what is our purpose? We have to make connection with Krishna. So we have to engage ourselves in spiritual energy. Okay. Shall
Yes.
I answer your question? Yes, you can unmute anybody. Aradhya, Shivan, you are next.
So I read out, like you said, that like the person, if we like to swim, we in the in the next life, we can become a fish. Now,
Mm-hmm.
so but if we want to become a human, what can we
Mm-hmm.
wish for? What is a special quality? Like we wish for swim.
So, so first of all, why do you want to become a human once again? Please
Now, if
answer.
the process get repeated, which person we should become?
Because
Like
human life
that.
is good.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone can answer. Why do you want to become human once again if you have that desire?
Human, sir, human
Huh?
life is good.
Human life is good. Do you
Human
think
life
that? You have to study so hard. You have to give all the exams. You have to tolerate your teachers.
अलग
Do you
चीज
think
होती है
human life is good? Huh?
सर वो अलग चीज होती है उनको छोड़ के सब अच्छा ही है
उनको छोड़ के अच्छा है सब. Do you think so?
सर डेथ के
सुबह
अलावा
सुबह जल्दी उठना पड़ता है, फिर नहाना पड़ता है, फिर स्कूल जाना पड़ता है, फिर वापस आओ तो मम्मी के ताने, फिर खाना में गिलकी की सब्जी, है ना, करेले की सब्जी कभी कभी, ये सब अच्छा है.
सर ह्यूमन लाइफ इज सो बैड
इतना जल्दी चेंज हो गया. अरे अभी तो असली प्रॉब्लम्स गिनाए भी नहीं. सो कृष्णा टेल्स इन भगवत गीता दैट इफ यू
सर तो
हैव
कर्म
डिजायर. हाँ
कर्म
हाँ हाँ हाँ. यस.
सर जो हमने पिछले जन्म में अपना कर्म किया उसको भुगतने के लिए एक और ह्यूमन लाइफ आती है.
बट अभी जो हम जन्म है हमारा, हम वी कैन इम्प्रूव आवर कर्म्स, राइट? वी हैव टाइम, वी शुड यूटिलाइज दैट टाइम टू इम्प्रूव आवर कर्म, राइट? एंड भगवत गीता में कृष्णा टेल्स दैट ह्यूमन लाइफ हैज फोर प्राइमरी प्रॉब्लम्स, है ना? वन ऑफ विच इज डेथ, right? You have to die. And one another one is disease. You have to get a disease that is inevitable, right? You have seen corona
बर्थ
recently. Hmm?
डेथ सर बर्थ
Sorry.
डेथ ओल्ड एज डिजीज
Right, very good, very good. Please clap for Dheeraj. Please, everybody should clap. Okay. Yeah, very nice. So Dheeraj very nicely told that you have to take birth है ना. Birth is a very painful process. You will be 9 months, you will be in your mother's womb for 9 months, like such a small space, and you will be there for, 9 months. And you know what happens? Let's say your mother eats something bad, all the germs will attack you. Like there will be germs develop in your mother's womb, and they will attack you. है ना? And then you will pray to Krishna, oh Krishna, please save me from here. Just let me out, and I will do all the bhakti, right? But what we do, we forget that promise. So everyone who has come out of our mother's womb have made this promise to Krishna that after coming out, I'll do your bhakti, hai na? I will serve you very nicely. But what we are doing? We are scrolling YouTube, we are watching cartoons. So that is the thing. And other three are old age. You have seen your grandparents, है ना. It is uh, I really hope and I really pray that all your grandparents are in very good health, but you might see that they might have some problem in walking or even sitting. If I talk of my grandfather, he couldn't even sit from his place. We will have to make all the arrangement, and he will be sitting for like 18 hours in one place. So you can imagine that life, for sitting one at one place and sleeping there only, like 24-hour one place only, right? So that is very difficult, and you get disease. And if you like, we are so like right now, I hope everybody is healthy. But when we are getting a disease, it is very painful situation, right? And then there is always inevitable um, calamity of death, right? Everybody is going to die. Does anybody have any reservation that no, sir, I am not going to die? Can anybody tell that? No, right?
No, sir.
Everybody is going to die, and that is so. If I have to die only, why shall I get next birth as a human? We should ask that question. So human life is, although it is better than all the other species, but it is also very much painful, right? Sometimes more painful than other species. Because in human life, our purpose is to realize God. But if we do anything apart from realizing God, or reading, let's say, or doing anything bad, we get karma. है ना? Let's say, um,
Sir, karma is a thing that either good or bad.
right. So either we get good karma or either we get bad karma. But in this human life, if we do something bad, like let's say we kill someone, है ना? We will get very bad karma. But a lion kill a deer, he will not get a karma, right? Any reservations, right? Everybody is with me? So that is a leverage God has given to lion. And let's say if you like to kill in this life, so God will make you lion in next life, है ना? So, but that is not a very good life. You will be lonely roaming around in jungle. What will you do? So we should ask that why we want to become human in next life, or we should ask that why we are not utilizing this human life to realizing God or going back to Vaikuntha, right? So Vaikuntha is very beautiful place. So let's say you are on back on earth. Let's say just imagine in next life you are back on earth. You are human. You get birth somehow. You are tolerating your teachers and all, studies and all. But there is so much, other things, pain. When you grow up, you realize that there are a lot of things to handle. But in Vakunda, everybody is just free. Like they have their vehicle, they don't have to get petrol for that. They don't have to earn money. They don't have to do anything. So is that life better or this
सर
human
वहाँ
life
पे
where?
Vaikuntham.
Sorry?
सर वहाँ पे सब कुछ बना बनाया होता है.
हाँ हाँ, कृष्णा सब देते ना आपको.
मार।
हाँ, क्या बोल रहे हैं? धीरज, आप अनम्यूट करोगे? एक बार रिपीट कर दो, सुनाई नहीं दिया।
सर कुछ नहीं।
कुछ नहीं। अच्छा।
Sir, Krishna is the ultimate truth.
राइट। हाँ, अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। हाँ, कोई और कुछ बोलेगा? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे मूव करते हैं। शिविन, आप पूछ सकते हो।
Yes, sir. Sir, when the soul leaves the body, then mind, intelligence, and false ego also go with the soul. Sir, is there any order in which these body?
So, so it is said that we have um, five gross senses, right? You know all the gross senses. Then we have three subtle senses: mind, है ना? False ego, and then this. So our subtle body is with us only, है ना? When soul leaves, but we leave only gross body. So let's say in next moment I leave my body. So my subtle body will go with the soul, and my gross body will be here. So that is the thing.
Sir, may I ask one more?
Yes, yes, please.
Sir, when Maharaj Yudhishthira left after Krishna departed to his eternal abode, sir, did he neglect his duties by doing so?
No, no. He did his duties very nicely. He was king, है ना? He in his rule, the the kingdom was very flourishing and very much happy. So he did his duty as a king very nicely. He fought the war very nicely. He served Krishna very nicely. है ना? He did everything very nicely. So it is not that he did anything bad. And when he left, he met another his um, I am not able to remember the name, but he made someone the king of his kingdom, right? So in his family only, he made someone. He gave someone his kingdom. So it is not that he left his duty. He made all the arrangements so that after he goes, the kingdom continues to flourish. So that is the thing. And we should all learn, right? Yudhishthir Maharaj is known as Dharmraj. And right, so we should all take inspiration from him. So and Arjuna, right? How we can follow our dharma very nicely. Yes, Daksh, you can ask. Shivan, any
Sir,
other
can
question? Yeah, yes, Daksh, sorry.
Sir, can you explain the why Karna was born and how he was born? Because the Kunti was unmarried.
So Karna is known as Suryaputra. So nowadays, if you want a child, um, male and female have to go through some process, right? In any species, let's say a flower wants to germinate, right? And so he have to like a honeybee has to get some seeds from the male plant and give it to female plant, right? So that's how it happens. So but at that time it was not Kalyug. In Kalyug it happens. See, the male and female have to come together, they have to you know. So but at that time, just by doing some spiritual activity, just by seeing or something, it happened. So what happened was Kunti Maharani did very great tapasya and asked Suryadev to give her a child, right? So and Suryadev blessed her with a child. So to understand that, we should not see it materially, we should see it spiritually. That at that time it was possible, है ना? Nowadays we are so dull, we have no knowledge of spirituality. That's why it is not possible for us in this age of Kali Yuga. But at that age, it was possible, and Karna got his birth through sun god, and It was a spiritual process.
एक्सक्यूज मी सर सर
हाँ.
वैन सर जब कुंती ने वो मांगा था वर मांगा उससे मांगा था सूर्यदेव से तो सर कर्ण को तो कुंती माता को तो पता था कि मैं अनमैरिड हूँ तो उन्होंने ये वर क्यों मांगा
I'm not exactly able to remember it, but there is a very nice story behind this. I'll research about it and let you know. I'm very sorry, I'm not able to remember it right now. Yes, sorry. Dash, I'll answer you in next class. I've written this question. I'll answer in.
थैंक यू सर
Any other question, Daksh?
नो सर
Okay, Shivan, you can
Yes, sir.
please
Sir,
ask.
now we are learning about Krishna. Sir, after learning about Krishna and my original identity, if I become very attached to spiritual life, so how to balance professional and spiritual life?
So, learning about Krishna is not giving up your material things. So, if you read Bhagavad Gita, Krishna first tells Arjuna first tell Krishna that I want to give up everything. Don't want to fight. I just want to go to forest and renounce everything and become a sannyasi. But Krishna didn't appreciated it very much, right? Krishna told Arjuna that it is not your duty as Kshatriya to give up everything. You have to fight as a Kshatriya, right? Kshatriya's duty is fighting. So it is not that ki we have to give up all the material things, but in the next verse, what Krishna suggests Arjuna that we have to do everything, even it is material, of thinking Krishna. Let's say you are studying. So there may be many goals why you are studying. If you might want to get good grades, or you might want to please your parents, or you might want to please your teachers, right? Or you are envious to your friend that how he is getting very good grades. I want to get good grades better than him or her, right? So there maybe various reasons, but all of them are material reasons. We have to do it spiritually. How we can do it spiritually? I want to study well because Krishna will be very pleased, है ना? And if I study well, I can use my qualification in the service of Krishna. So if you remember, like let's say if you have some qualifications and you become a good government officer, let's say in future by studying very well, you can use that your authority in service of Krishna by approving some temple project or something like that, right? So that's how you should think. Let's say you study how to build big buildings, है ना? And you make a very beautiful temple for Krishna. So that's how you can use your material knowledge in Krishna's service. So that is the thing. You don't have to give up any material thing, but you should also refrain from the things which are not useful. Let's say you are watching some YouTube video, random nonsense YouTube video, which will never will be used in the service of Krishna. You should avoid that immediately, right? So that is the thing. That's how we can shift from material things to spiritual things. Does that answer your question? Vijay, you are laughing. Let me know the reason. You must be having some realization. अरे तुम तो unmute कर लिया. हाँ. Vijay, you must be watching some YouTube videos, I guess. No, no problem. Okay. Daksh, you have any other question?
सर जो अभिमन्यु के पुत्र थे परीक्षित
Mm-hmm.
जब पांडवों ने उन्हें क्या बोलते परीक्षित को अपना मतलब राज्य सिंहासन दे दिया था तो पांडव किधर गए थे
Uh, Pandav. एक पॉइंट आता है ऐसा कि पांडव सब गिव अप करके फिर परीक्षित महाराज को अपना राज्य सिंहासन देके देन वो फॉरेस्ट में जाते टू नो अबाउट लाइफ मोर, है ना? तो ऐसा होता है।
Thank you, sir.
यस शिवन।
Sir, this is my last question. Sir,
नहीं
आज
नहीं, नो प्रॉब्लम, यू कैन आस्क एज मेनी क्वेश्चंस एज यू वांट।
सर अर्जुन को सर ऐसे अर्जुन से बोलते हैं, सर अर्जुना बोलते हैं सर, लास्ट में ए भी आता तो अर्जुना बोलेंगे अर्जुन।
देखो, ऐसे तो कृष्ण भी बोलते हैं और कृष्णा भी बोलते हैं। तो कृष्णा तो द्रौपदी का नाम है, इफ यू नो दिस, राइट? बट हम कभी कभी कृष्णा बोल देते हैं कृष्ण को, है ना? तो कृष्ण को बोला गया है भावग्राही जनार्दन, राइट? ही टेक्स आवर भाव, है ना? ऐसे ही आप अर्जुना बोले या अर्जुन बोले, इट डजंट मैटर, बट यू हैव दैट image in your mind that who am I referring to, right? So that is not a very big issue. You can tell Krishna or Krishna or Arjuna or Arjun, right? That is not a big issue. Any other question? So who would like to summarize everything, or who would like to share some realization they would like to take away from the session? Aradhya, would you like to unmute and tell something or share something?
So you told us about who was telling Krishna, Bhagavad Gita was told to whom, like to me.
Mm-hmm.
You told us to think about ourselves in this case. You told that why religions are required,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
religions are required to connect to God, like this.
Mm-hmm.
So, and told us to join Krishna in things like you told us if we are sinking when we are in the ship and that ship is sinking, we should think about Krishna. It is possible that many other thoughts would come in our mind, but we
Mm-hmm.
should try to think about Krishna. Like
Right.
we should think that if we are in a problem, we should think about Krishna. Like
Mm-hmm.
just you give an example that a boy scored more marks than me. And I should
Mm-hmm.
not think I want more marks than him. I should think that I should bring more marks to make Krishna happy. Like this.
Right. Very good. Very true. And let's say the boat is sinking, but we have to prepare for the final exam, right? So whole life we are preparing for an exam. What is that exam? The last moment. Will we realize Krishna? We will remember Krishna or not? So we should practice that for a whole of our life. Yes, Shivan. Everybody should clap for Aradhya, please. Yes, thank you. Shivan, yes.
सर आपने हमें कहा था कि अगर जब हम लास्ट मोमेंट पे सोचते हैं तो हम वो बन जाते हैं अगले लाइफ में। तो सर क्या
Yes.
ऐसा भी होता है कि हम किस जब कैसे मरे अगले जन्म में या फिर इस जन्म में, ये भी हम पता लगा सकते हैं?
समझा नहीं, थोड़ा और एलोबरेट करोगे?
सर जैसे आपने कहा था कि अगर जिस हम अपने लास्ट मोमेंट पे जो सोचते हैं कि हम वही बन जाते हैं अगले जन्म में, तो सर
हाँ
क्या
हाँ।
ऐसा भी प्रोसेस है जिससे हम पता लगा सके कि अगले जन्म में हम किस मेथड से मरेंगे, मतलब कैसे हो?
अगले जन्म, फिर वही बात आ गई ना, जाना ही क्यों है अगले जन्म तक? ठीक है। यस आदित्य।
सर हम बिना मरे मोक्ष को प्राप्त कर सकते हैं?
हाँ कर सकते हो, जैसे जो हमारे बड़े बड़े गुरु महाराज हैं, स्वामी जी है ना, उन वो जैसे आप उनकी लाइफस्टाइल देखोगे तो वो भी हमारे जैसे ही होंगे, वो भी चैंटिंग कर रहे होंगे, नहा रहे होंगे, सुबह जल्दी उठ रहे होंगे, है ना। ही दे आर वर्शिपिंग deities and we are also doing the same, but what is the difference then? They are doing it in Vaikuntha already, and we are doing it material world. So if we get away from this clutches of Maya, and we get above the material platform, and we get to spiritual platform, we are already in moksha. Then it doesn't matter that we are in material world or we are at spiritual world. If we are not in the conception of material world, that we are not hankering for material things, that I want to get this, I want to get this new achievement, or I want to buy that new watch, or that new phone is just launched, please papa buy it for me. If you are not doing that, we are gradually progressing to that stage where we can be free from this material hankering and material desires, right? So but we should not try to imitate it. We should not try to forcefully get in it, right? We should follow the process very gradually. It is a very gradual process. You have to follow for life, right? You have to prepare it for life, है ना. So slowly you have to see, you have to make balance in material world, you have to make balance in spiritual world, and slowly you will progress. And you should not think that I want to get moksha or something like that. You just think that I want to serve Krishna, I want to please Krishna, I do want to do everything in service, in reference of Krishna, and then leave everything for Krishna, right? So Krishna will decide that then if he wants you or not. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes, Shivan.
Yes, sir. Sir, why is the land of Kurukshetra so holy? Sir, वहाँ पे तो युद्ध हुआ था. Sir, ऐसे होली.
होली. सो जब भागवत गीता का फर्स्ट वर्स में ही धृतराष्ट्र पूछते हैं ना कि संजय से पूछते हैं कि मामका पांडवा चैवा किम कुर्वत संजय. सो ऐसे बोलते कि धर्म क्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे संवेत युयुत्सव मामका पांडवा चैवा किम करवत कुरु संजय. सो सबसे पहला वर्ड ये है कि धर्म क्षेत्र है कुरुक्षेत्र है, राइट. सो बिफोर दिस वॉर ओनली इट वाज अ होली प्लेस. एंड इफ यू रीड द purport of this verse, it is written that various sages have performed various
मम्मी
spiritual activity in that holy land of Kurukshetra. That's why it is very holy. And Pandavas are on the side of dharma. So Dhritarashtra is anxious that it will support Pandavas more because it is already a holy land, and Pandavas are on the side of dharma. So he is anxious, and that's why he asked Sanjaya that why what is happening there. There is going to happen a war or not, right? Does that answer your question? Okay. Athar, you can unmute.
हरे कृष्णा सर.
Hare Krishna.
सर कुरुक्षेत्र को ही क्यों चुना गया वॉर करने के लिए?
कुरुक्षेत्र को एग्जैक्टली तो मुझे आइडिया नहीं, जगह ज्यादा होगी उधर वॉर करने के लिए.
सर और उसको चुना किसने था?
यार इतना डिटेल में तो नहीं पता है, सॉरी. बट वी हैव टू रियलाइज. अच्छा, इतने सारे हाथ खड़े हो गए. ओके, सॉरी अथर. मैं ये भी क्वेश्चन नोट कर लेता हूँ. I'll ask this and let you know. Yes, Aditya.
Sir, now currently where is Kurukshetra located?
कुरुक्षेत्र वही है यार, मैप पे, गूगल मैप पे सर्च करो.
सर
सर
I
इसके
think
राजस्थान.
Haryana.
सर इन
हरियाणा
हरियाणा.
sir. सर इट्स हरियाणा।
हाँ 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 हाँ, वही मतलब एवरीबॉडी
थैंक यू।
नोज। ओके, थैंक यू। यस, और कोई? शिवन, ये
सर मैं
लास्ट है शिवन।
सर
हाँ।
वो जो
दूसरों को
क्वेश्चन
भी चांस देते ना।
सर वो जो क्वेश्चन पूछा था उन्होंने कि कुरुक्षेत्र में किसने चुना, तो सर किंग कुरु ने चुना था सर, कुरुक्षेत्र।
ओके ओके, किंग कुरु ने चुना था। थैंक यू शिवन। यस, वृंदा। यस।
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
यस, हेलो।
Sir, this is Kalyug. We are living in Kalyug. Then why still
राइट।
people are active towards spiritualism? मतलब हम सब लोग एकदम राक्षस प्रवृत्ति के क्यों नहीं हो जाते अगर ये कलयुग ही चल रहा है तो?
So, Kalyug has just started, right? So, um, this particular period is known as golden period of Kalyug, and it is so beautiful that just 5,000 year back, Krishna has given the instruction to Arjuna, and you can utilize it in our life. And just 500 years back, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has incarnated as Krishna. Krishna has incarnated as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to give us mercy, to give us love of Godhead. Right? So very beautiful period is going on, and that's why there is certain spirituality, certain pious people are there. So spirituality is remaining. But if you see in Shastras, there is a period called Ghor Kali Yuga. And if you read the description, you will be like, you know, um very disheartened that this is we are going through, we are going to be. People will be, there will be no law, and people will be beating each other like anything. They will be acting like animals, and there will be so many bad activities. But although we are in Kalyug right now, at this particular moment, golden age of Kalyug is going on, and after that, Ghor Kalyug will start, and then things will start degrading, and then no one will be spiritual, and they will be fighting like anything and making all the chaos. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir. So basically, this is the period of conversion from Dwapar Yug to Kalyug.
Yeah. We are in Kalyug, we are in the golden period of Kalyug, but we are slowly progressing to Ghor Kalyug. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Shrishti, yes.
सर हरे कृष्णा सर।
Hare Krishna.
सर जब घोर कलयुग आएगा तो उसका कोई साइन होगा, मतलब हमको पता कैसे चलेगा कि अब घोर कलयुग आ गया है?
See, घोर कलयुग तो इस लाइफ में तो नहीं पता चलेगा हमें, क्योंकि नहीं आएगा इस लाइफ में। बाकी शास्त्रों में लिखा हुआ है कि आज से लगभग 10,000 साल बाद घोर कलयुग आएगा, है ना? तो वी शुड नॉट वेट फॉर घोर कलयुग टू कम एंड देन वी गेट एंशियस दैट ओ नाउ आई शैल गो बैक टू गॉड, है ना? But we should try our best to get out of this material world at this point only, है ना? Ghor Kalyug, if you see in our Shastra, there are various example have written, like people will be not following laws. Like you are seeing right now, right? There is so much animal killing and so much bad thing happens. Like if you take newspaper, there are so many negative news, right? It doesn't used to happen that way. So um, people in Western world especially, people are doing all the bad activities, or they are destroying all the four regulative principle like anything, right? So that is the symptom of Kali Yuga. We are slowly progressing towards Ghor Kali Yuga, right? So, but we should not, as I said, we should not wait for it to come. We should right? We should not care so much. We should just be anxious that this is the thing, it is going to happen if I stay here for longer. So I shall go back to Godhead, है very soon, very fast. So yes, Dheeraj.
Sir,
हाँ आप हम्म
sir, I have two questions.
yes.
So first is what happens after Kali Yuga?
What happens after Kali Yuga? So this is a repeated cycle. So there is a incarnation of Krishna, which is so like there is a particular incarnation of Krishna which will come in Kali Yuga, Ghor Kali Yuga, and he will uh, kill everyone like a flash of light. So uh, you don't have to be scared of that. You are not. You are a devotee of Krishna. Krishna is always taking care of his devotee. It is just demonic people he will be uh, dealing with. Okay, so you should not be anxious, है ना? So I'm telling कि कलयुग के बाद क्या होता है? So everything will end, है ना? And then this cycle will start, है ना? Of Dwapar Yuga and all the yugas. So that is the Kalyuga ends,
Sir,
and
it
then
will,
again, hmm? Yes.
sir, it will repeat it.
No, no, not Kalyug repeated. 1 second, just.
Satvil, Satyug will come.
Yeah, like Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, Kali Yug. It is a cycle, repeating cycle, right? So then again it will start after Kali Yug.
Uh,
Does
सर युग
sir,
दोबारा तो उसमें जैसे कृष्णा जी एंड
क्या क्या एक बार रिपीट करोगे सृष्टि? सॉरी.
सर अगर सब युग दोबारा से ये साइकिल रिपीट होगी तो
हाँ
फिर
हाँ
इसके जितने गॉड्स है वो दोबारा आएंगे
हाँ हाँ वापस आ जाएंगे. मतलब इट इज लाइक हमारा एक रेल्म चल रहा है, ऐसे ही कहीं और भी है रेल्म्स, उनमें ऑलरेडी ये लीलाएं हो रही है. किसी और यूनिवर्स में ऑलरेडी द्वापर युग चल रहा है, वहां पे कुरुक्षेत्र का वॉर ऑलरेडी हो रहा है ना? तो हमारे यहाँ पे भी जब ये वापस से रिपीट होगा तो कृष्णा वापस आएंगे, कृष्णा वापस सबका इंस्ट्रक्शंस देंगे, तो ऐसा वापस से रिपीट होगा. बट स्टिल वी शुड नॉट वेट फॉर इट. इट इज if only Krishna comes again, but it is a fact that this is a material world, है ना? Everybody who gets birth gets death as well. So we should not hanker for this material world. We should try to explore more about the spiritual world. We should try to get back to spiritual world. Okay? Yes, Shivan,
sir, my question.
आप बोलो यार.
Sir,
हाँ हाँ बोलो.
sir, a, a person
हम्म
who is doing bad things like abusing
हम्म
anyone, but he was chanting of God.
हम्म.
So we count his good karmas or bad karmas.
So first of all, we should not judge them. We should try to see bads in ourselves and good in others. Okay. So let's say somebody is doing something bad. If it is not very significant, we should not try to uh, see bad in it. Na? We should try to see good. है ना? And in ourselves, we should all see the bad things we are doing, and uh, we should try that we should not repeat those bad things. Okay, but let's say if somebody is doing very bad thing or telling some bad thing to Krishna, either we can tell them that this is not right, this you are doing wrong, But if that is not under our authority, let's say some senior person is doing that, we can't tell him, right? So we should avoid him. Okay, we should avoid her. Okay, but still, we should not be very much anxious that he is doing bad and he is chanting holy name. Is it good or bad? Krishna will take care of him. Okay, holy name. So Prabhupada used to tell that this temples are like hospitals, and all the diseased people come into this hospital to get cured, right? And let's say somebody is diseased, है ना, what we will give it to him, medicines, right, to make him cure. So will he immediately be cured, or will he take some time? You can answer.
Sometimes.
Right. Right, so just like that, that person you are talking about is a diseased person, and he is taking the medicine of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, है ना, and it will take some time for him to come out of a disease condition. So that is how it works, है ना? So we should not judge it. At least he is trying, and we should also try our best, है ना? Okay. Just like
Thank you, sir.
that fan, let's say it is rotating on the full speed, and you turn off the switch, है ना? It will take some time to stop, right? So we should be patient enough to, we should not turn that switch again. It will be waste, right? So we should be patient so that fan stops and he will come out of the disease condition. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Athar,
हरे कृष्णा सर।
Hare Krishna.
सर तो महाभारत दोबारा से होगी।
होगी, तुम्हें कुछ बनना है क्या महाभारत में? क्या बनोगे तुम? बताओ।
नो सर।
नहीं बनना ना, हमें सब कुछ होगा, और नहीं भी होता है तो हमें उतना कुछ वो नहीं होना चाहिए। वैसे शास्त्रों में तो लिखा है कि रिपीट होता है सब कुछ, है ना? बट वी आर सो लेस इंटेलिजेंट कि वी कांट रियलाइज इट। इवन इवन लाइक आई विल टेल यू फैक्चुअली कि होता है कि नहीं होता है, बट वी कांट रियलाइज इट, है ना? वी कांट सी बियॉन्ड 75 years, 80 years, and it will take millions of years to repeat that cycle again. So we can't see that far away, right? We have no such senses. So we should not बी एंशियस कि महाभारत होगा नहीं होगा। ठीक है, क्यूरियोसिटी के लिए वी कैन आस्क, एंड यस, शास्त्र से सो इट विल हैपन अगेन, बट वी शुड फोकस मोर ऑन दिस रीडिंग भगवद गीता एंड chanting. Yes, Shivan has raised his hand very tall. Okay, you can ask.
सर महाभारत का युद्ध तो सर इतने दिन चला था, आपके पास टाइम था सर उसके लिए। तो सर खाने को कैसे मिलता होगा सर, सोल्जर वगैरह पर इतने सारे लोग।
क्या 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 क्या, सॉरी?
सर फूड कैसे मिलता होगा सर?
हाँ, तो पता है, जब कुरुक्षेत्र वॉर हुआ था, तो दो लोग नहीं लड़ रहे थे। एक बलराम जी थे, और एक एक और कोई राजा थे, है ना? वो लड़ नहीं रहे थे। तो वो वो उनको कृष्णा ने जिम्मेदारी दिया था कि आप जितने भी वॉर में जितने भी लोग हैं उनका आप खाना बनाओगे। तो वो जो राजा थे एक और जो नहीं लड़ रहे थे, उन्होंने टेक केयर किया था सारा, जितना भी खाना खाने का था। ओके।
सर तो उन्हें पता नहीं चलता होगा सर, ऐसे लोग एस्टिमेट लगाते होंगे या फिर अलग से सर काउंट करा हो कितने सोल्जर हैं टोटल में?
हाँ, तो उन्हें जैसे मान लो आज एक्स नंबर ऑफ लोग लड़े हैं लड़ाई में, और उसमें से वाई नंबर मर गए, तो कल एक्स माइनस वाई के लिए खाना बनाना है, पर वो वाई नंबर पता कैसे चलेगा, है ना? तो एक कथा आती है इसमें कि अम, एक बहुत बड़े फाइटर थे, उनके पास ऐसी पावर थी कि वो सिर्फ 3 तीर यूज करके सारे लोगों को मार सकते थे, पूरे जितने भी लोग थे
सर
सबको मार
खाटू
सकते थे।
श्याम।
हाँ,
हम बर्बरी
हाँ,
बर्बरी
खाटू, बर्बरी
बरबरी
बर्बरी
खाटू श्याम।
बर्बरी खाटू श्याम, है ना? तो कृष्णा ने फिर उनसे बोला था कि ऐसे तो वॉर में बहुत दिक्कत होगा, तो आप अपना मुझे ऑफरिंग दो, आपका
मे
हेड
आई
काट के दो।
आंसर?
हाँ, यस यस, यू कैन आंसर।
सर कृष्णा ने उनसे उनका हेड मांगा था।
हम्म।
सर उन्होंने बोला था कि कोई हम तीनों में से कोई एक दे सकता है हेड, तो उनमें
हम्म।
से बर्बरी ने दिया था। तो सर कृष्णा ने उनको वरदान दिया कि तुम्हें मेरे नाम से पूजा जाएगा।
हाँ, तो फिर उनको एक और चीज करी थी कि भगवान ने एक बहुत ऊंची चोटी पे रख दिया था, और वहां पे वो पूरी वॉर देख सकते थे, तो वो।
सर
हाँ।
उन्होंने विश किया था कि मेरे को पूरा महाभारत देखना है।
हम्म। हाँ, तो फिर उनको सारा काउंट रहता था कि कैसे कितने लोग मर रहे हैं, और फिर वो ये भी बताते कि कृष्णा ना ऑलरेडी सबको मार चुके हैं, कृष्णा का सुदर्शन सबको मार चुका है, अर्जुना तो बस एक्ट कर रहा है। सो हम जब कृष्णा की शरणागति हो जाते हैं ना, हम कृष्णा के लिए सारी चीजें करते हैं, तो कृष्णा हमारी ऑलरेडी हेल्प कर चुके हैं, वी जस्ट हैव टू शो कि हम कर रहे हैं, है ना। तो ये भी एक बहुत बढ़िया फायदा है कृष्णा के पास जाने का। यस। हाँ हाँ, बोलो सीरी, शिव।
यस सर। सर वाय सर क्वीन गांधारी ने भी तो सर कृष्ण को कर्ज दिया था सर, वो क्यों दिया था? क्या दे?
गंधारी ने भी दिया था, गंधारी को ऐसा लगा था कि कृष्णा ने कभी ट्राई नहीं किया वॉर रोकने का ना, बट कृष्णा ने तो कितना ट्राई किया था। कृष्णा खुद भगवान होते हुए वो गए थे शांति दूत बन के, है ना, और कितना इंसल्ट हुआ था फिर उनका, है ना। फिर दुर्योधन ने चेन से बांधने की कोशिश करी थी उनको, तब भी उन्होंने कुछ नहीं बोला। उन्होंने बोला कि चलो युद्ध भूमि में देख लेंगे अब। उसके बाद भी उन्होंने फाइट तक नहीं करी थी, राइट। ही वॉज जस्ट ए कंसल्टेंट टू पांडवास, राइट। फिर भी अब जो गांधारी थी वो तो माँ थी कौरवों की, उनको लगा कि कृष्णा ने कुछ किया नहीं, इवन ही वॉज ए गॉड, ही कुड हैव स्टॉप्ड एवरीथिंग, सो ही कर्स्ड कृष्णा।
सर क्या कर्ज दिया था सर?
क्या कर्ज दिया था, एक सेकंड में देख लेता हूँ यार, मैं भूल गया। Meanwhile, meanwhile, Vrenda, you can ask your question. I'll come back to you.
Okay, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I read Srimad Bhagavad and I used to tell the teachings of Srimad Bhagavad with all of my classmates and my relatives. And it is very surprised to see that many of my Muslim friends are interested in Srimad Bhagavad, listening the thoughts of Shri Krishna. And one of my Muslim friends asked me the question that हम कहते हैं ना कि हमारे रिलीजन में नॉन वेज खाना मना है, so it's a
Mm-hmm.
strict no in our सनातन धर्म। तो
Mm-hmm.
सर वो कह रहे थे कि हमारे रिलीजन में तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, तो व्हाट अबाउट दोज पीपल की जो नॉनवेज जिनके यहाँ नॉनवेज खाना मना नहीं है, जो खाते हैं लाइक क्रिश्चियंस, उनके यहाँ ड्रिंक करना, वाइन्स पीना,
Mm-hmm.
दिस इज अ वेरी नॉर्मल थिंग, सो व्हाट अबाउट दोज पीपल?
Okay, so very good to know that your friends are interested in Srimad Bhagavatam. So, um, but we have to see that even if we are human, let's say some other species is there, a chicken is roaming around, and we are just killing it for our sake, like for sense pleasure. Is it right? Let's leave religion for 1 second and think on human level. Is it right to kill somebody else and have our sense gratification?
सर उसने तो
नो
हमारा
सर।
कुछ भी नहीं बिगाड़ा।
Right, exactly. उसने तो क्या ही बिगाड़ा है हमारा, right? And Krishna has provided everything, right? Krishna has provided us grains. Krishna has provided us dal, everything, है ना? Still we want to kill other species and take benefit from them. That is wrong, but um, you on your level, you should not debate with your friends कि that is wrong or your religion is wrong. You should not tell that, है ना? It might be a trouble for you, but you should tell that on human level, if you logically try to explain them that this is not wrong, this is wrong, we should not do it, Okay, they might understand and they might not do it, है ना? But for ourselves, we should strictly not do it, obviously. And apart from that, some religion uh, has given some permission, like eating chicken or something like that. But that is because to uplift. So let's say I am in first class. I want to get into second class, and I can't study something of fifth class. Okay, so to uplift from first class to second class, I will uh, take some studies and something, and then gradually I will get to fifth class and 12th class, something like that. So we have to see that, let's say somebody is not able to leave non-veg, or somebody is not able to leave alcohol. So to gradually improve them, it is given that you have some, let's say, chalo, you eat it, but you also pray to God that I shall not do it again. This is very wrong. Okay, so they lack that thing somewhere, but you should not debate with them. Okay, you should study Srimad Bhagavatam with them if they are interested in that. And if God is merciful, God is obviously merciful, and if He shows some mercy on them, they will leave non-veg. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Is there anything? Because this is a serious topic, I don't want to leave any reservations. Brinda?
यस सर जैसे कि हम मंत्र जप करते हैं, महामंत्र का जप
हाँ
करते हैं, हरे
हाँ
कृष्ण महामंत्र का, तो
हाँ
वो लोग भी हमारे साथ करते हैं। जैसे कोई भी फ्री पीरियड होता है तो
ओके
वी यूज टू चांट हरे कृष्णा, एंड दैट्स अ वेरी बिग प्लेजर टू अस कि
वेरी
हमें मौका
गुड
मिला है। तो सर उन्हें लगता है कि वो कुछ रॉन्ग कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि उनके उनके रिलीजन में उनको ऐसे फ्रीडम नहीं दी गई है। बट आई ऑलवेज say them that God is merciful and God is one. तो हम कोई भी नाम से पुकारे आएंगे तो बॉडी there are lots of ways to reach the God. So sir, is that right?
राइट राइट, वेरी वेरी राइट। आप कौन सी क्लास में हो?
So I'm in 8th.
वाह वाह, एक बार सब क्लैप करो वृंदा के लिए। तो एक बार पता है, प्रहलाद महाराज भी जब स्कूल जा रहे होते हैं अपने, तो उनके जो उन्होंने बोला हुआ होता है, सारे जो भी उनके गुरु थे, कि इनको पूरा शास्त्र ऐसे सिखाना कि लड़ाई वगैरह करने में और आसुरिक टेंडेंसी आए बेसिकली उनमें। बट प्रहलाद महाराज स्कूल जाके उनको कृष्णा के बारे में बताते हैं। जो भी बाकी बच्चे थे वो भी डीमंस के ही बच्चे थे, उनको कृष्णा के बारे में प्रीच करते। तो आप भी एकदम प्रहलाद महाराज की तरह स्कूल में प्रीचिंग कर रहे हो। वेरी
अरे
वेरी
सर नहीं, just because of Krishna's mercy.
यस यस यस, ट्रू ट्रू, but still very very good. So you are very right. Krishna is all merciful and God is one, obviously that is true, कितने भी नाम से बुलाए हम, right? So
Yes.
um, we should not think that our religion doesn't allow that. We should always tell them ki Krishna is very merciful, and if your religion, let's say, not even not allow, like somebody is very um, good follower of their religion, so you should tell them whatever your religion tells about Naam Jap, you jap that, but at least do Naam Jap, okay? And don't do, and try to not eat non-veg.
Yes sir.
Okay, very nice. Yes, Shivan.
सर मेरे क्वेश्चन का आंसर,
क्या क्या?
सर मैंने गांधारी का वो
गांधारी, हाँ, सो गांधारी ने कर्ज किया था कि शी कर्ज दैट ही, हिज सिटी एंड ऑल हिज सब्जेक्ट्स वुड बी डिस्ट्रॉयड. Krishna accepted the curse. Her curse took its course 36 after year years after the Great War of when Yadu dynasty perished, after a fight broke out between Yadus at a festival, Krishna ascended to his heavenly abode after living for 126 years. तो गांधारी ने यही उसको कर दिया था कृष्णा को कि आपका सारा खत्म हो जाएगा एंड आपका पूरा साम्राज्य नष्ट हो जाएगा. And that happened, and Krishna could have refrained from that curse. Krishna is God, Krishna is almighty, but he accepted, even though it was not his fault, right? But still he humbly accepted it. So that is very good quality. Okay, yes, Daksh.
सर महाभारत का अंत कैसे हुआ और कब हुआ?
महाभारत का अंत महाभारत का अंत वैसे तो मतलब जैसे कुरुक्षेत्र का वॉर तो एंड हुआ था जब 5 पांडव बचे थे, राइट? एंड देन जब परीक्षित महाराज बनते हैं, देन पूरी श्रीमद् भागवतम सुखदेव गोस्वामी सुनाते हैं परीक्षित महाराज को, राइट? तो महाभारत का एंड तो एग्जैक्टली मुझे आइडिया नहीं है, आई विल हैव टू सी. बट जो हमारे लिए रिलेवेंट चीजें हैं कि भगवत गीता विच इज मोर इम्पोर्टेंट, द बेस्ट मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ महाभारत, राइट? वी शुड फोकस ऑन दैट. एंड श्रीमद् भागवतम, जो परीक्षित महाराज जो डिसेंडेंट थे पांडवास के, है ना, जो लास्ट किंग थे, तो उनको जब सुखदेव गोस्वामी सुना रहे थे कृष्णा के बारे में, तो उन्होंने भागवतम पूरी कही थी, तो वो हमारे लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है. मैं ये क्वेश्चन लिख लेता हूँ. आई विल टेल यू इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास हाउ महाभारत एंडेड. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन?
सर मैंने एक और क्वेश्चन पूछा था सर, वो कर्ण.
हाँ हाँ, कर्ण.
सर कर्ण जब
गांधारी को
कर्ण हुआ था तो सर
हाँ हाँ,
कुंती ने क्यों
मैंने
वर्म जेल में डाला?
हाँ ठीक है, ओके, मैंने ये भी लिख लिया है. आई विल टेल यू. मैंने आपका नाम भी लिख लिया है. यस आदित्य, यू कैन आस्क.
सर जब कर्ण ने बाण मारा था अर्जुन की तरफ को, तो उसमें क्या कहते हैं, उसी रथ में अर्जुन भी बैठा था और पूरे ब्रह्मांड का भार लेके श्री कृष्णा भी बैठे थे, और ऊपर से के हनुमान जी भी बैठे थे. तो फिर भी उन्होंने पीछे कैसे धकेल दिया उनको, उनके रथ को?
We have to see that Karn was so powerful that he could push back even whole universe, weight of whole universe, right? So ऐसा एक प्रसंग आता है कि जब अर्जुन बोलते कि मैं एक एरो मार रहा हूँ, तो अर्जुन कर्ण का रथ 5-6 कदम पीछे हो जा रहा है, बट कर्ण जब मेरे पे एरो मार रहा है तो मेरा तो रथ एक ही कदम पीछे हो रहा है ना. देन कृष्णा टेल्स दिस कि weight of whole universe is sitting on your rath. Hanuman himself is there on your rath as a flag. Still, you are not like Karna is able to push it back, but you are just able to push back only 6-7 feet, meters or something like that.
कृष्णा ने
So
करा था.
हाँ, सॉरी.
कृष्ण भगवान ने अप्रिशिएट भी करा था उनको.
हाँ, राइट राइट, अप्रिशिएट भी किया था. बेसिकली हमें ईगो नहीं होना चाहिए, हमें कभी भी सामने वाले को छोटा नहीं समझना चाहिए, ना. वी शुड लर्न फ्रॉम एवरीवन, इवन ही इज अ एनिमी और someone we are envious to, although we should not be envious to anyone, but if it is the case, we should be learning from someone. Okay, yes, Daksh.
सर जो आपने बोला कि सर हनुमान जी अर्जुन के रथ पे विराजते हैं, तो वो क्यों विराजते हैं उनके फ्लैग में, रथ के?
यस, शिवन को पता है, शिवन बोलेंगे.
यस सर. सर जो कृष्ण जी ने गीता ज्ञान दिया था, उसे सुनने के लिए हनुमान जी रथ पर बैठे. क्योंकि वो बस राम नाम
Nice.
जपते रहते हैं और कृष्ण जी भी राम का ही रूप है एक तरह से, तो उनकी कथा सुनने के लिए गए थे।
Yes. Does that answer your question, Daksh?
Yes, sir.
Vrinda?
यस सर। सर मेरा एक और वो था कि मेरे एक और फ्रेंड ने एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि हमें मटेरियलिस्टिक थिंग्स या जॉब करने की या पढ़ाई करने की ये सब चीजें करने की जरूरत क्यों है, हम डायरेक्ट स्पिरिचुअलिटी को क्यों नहीं फॉलो करते। तो सर मेरे को ये पूछना था कि मेरा आंसर सही है कि नहीं। सर
Hmm.
मैंने उसको ये आंसर किया था कि आज के कलयुग में हम सबसे पहले अपने आप को देखते हैं, हम किसी और को नहीं देखते। तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल हम अपनी बेसिक नीड्स नेसेसिटीज को पूरी करते हैं। कहते हैं सर कि खाली पेट भजन ना होए। तो सब जब तक हमारा पेट भरा हुआ नहीं होगा, जब तक हमारी सारी नेसेसिटीज पूरी नहीं होंगी, तो हम भगवान को
Hmm.
कैसे याद करेंगे। जब हम अपनी जो यहाँ पर रहते हैं पृथ्वी लोक पर रहते हैं लोग, उनसे ही हम इतने
Hmm.
कनेक्टेड नहीं होते। तो हम जब तक हमारी सारी बेसिक नेसेसिटीज पूरी नहीं होंगी, तो हम भगवान के बारे में कैसे सोच पाएंगे। सो इज दैट राइट?
Yes, yes, Vrinda. Very close, but not exactly right. So, see, we are not very qualified people to know about God, or we are not very qualified to get into spiritually very directly. So, we just learn about a text literature called Srimad Bhagavatam. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are various instances that where it happens that some people are so qualified that by just birth they start spirituality. But we are not qualified, we are in Kali, so we have to take a gradual process for it. So in our Shastras, there is a process called Varnashram, which is given to us, which tells that you have to study for this many years, you have to be in Grahast life for this many years, you have to be then retired for this many years, then you have to get to the path of realization, self-realization, God realization. Okay, so there it is a very gradual process. And if we give up every material thing out of like just like let's say you are studying and you
Sir, may
just
I
give
add
up.
the class?
Yes, yes, you can. So, sorry for keeping your wait. If somebody wants to leave, you can please leave. It is already 9. Very sorry. Yes, so Vrinda, if uh, if we just give up everything at this moment and we have no qualification, right? So it will be very difficult for us. So we gradually go on path of spirituality and keeping our material things intact, right? You are very right that khali pet bhajan na hai. Very true. है ना? I had this question the other day. My spiritual teacher also told me this that you have to, if you think कि कल क्या खाएंगे तो how will you do bhakti, right? So
राइट सर।
mm, yes. Okay. Any other question? I guess everybody is done. So for last time, everybody can turn on their cameras and let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra one time.
ओके सर।
So
Yes,
yes,
sir.
everybody can turn on their cameras. Kapil, Maitri, Aryan, Medhanshi, Aditri, Akshat, Vrinda, waiting. Okay, let's chant. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you for joining.
Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Radhe Krishna.
Radhe
थैंक यू सर।
Krishna,
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, sir.
Hare Krishna.